$1,000 is what you owe for being my uncle, my sister's boy declared on Thanksgiving Day. My sister then shouted from the kitchen, "He has a point." I remained silent. That night, I removed my signature from their $9,400 loan deal. By dawn, his vehicle was missing. And at 8 a.m., a loud knock echoed at my door. I opened up and discovered, have you ever been pushed so far, so completely taken for granted, that something inside you just snapped? I just wanted to get through Thanksgiving dinner. But then my 17-year-old nephew, Tyler, looked me dead in the eye and demanded $1,000. For being your nephew, he said, like it was a fact of life, like it was my job. That was the moment everything changed. I'm Mark, 33, and I've pretty much been the designated adult in my family forever. You know the type, the oldest kid who just becomes responsible because someone has to. I fix Wi-Fi at a hospital, keep a spreadsheet for everything. And yeah, I replace smoke alarm batteries before they even think about chirping. In the family group chat, I'm boring reliable. At holidays, I'm the driver, the one who brings the good paper towels, the ice, the ham. I always end up washing pans I didn't even use. My mom calls me our rock, which, let's be honest, is just code for the person we stand on. It was Thanksgiving, around 5 p.m. steam beaded on Mom's small kitchen window. 2 burners hissed, the oven breathed a hot sigh. That kind of heat that makes your shirt stick. My younger sister, Jenna, moved through cabinets like they owed her rent. And Tyler, my nephew, 17, with a pencil mustache and a hoodie he definitely didn't buy, slumped at the table. One earbud in, scrolling shorts about cars he couldn't afford, but talked like he owned a dealership. "Mark, thinner slices," Mom said, pressing the good knife into my hand. "Your sister likes dark meat." I knew. I always knew. I'd made a secret spreadsheet of everyone's preferences one year, but I never showed it to anyone. Even I knew that was too much. Football noise from the living room. Commercials laughing louder than the actual jokes. A cousin yelled, "Let's go," like someone had paid him to. Then Tyler tapped his fork on the plate. Asterisk clink. Clink. Asterisk metal on ceramic. "Uncle Mark." I wiped turkey fat from my fingers. "Yeah, bud." He looked me straight in the face, a tone he'd clearly practiced. "You owe me 1,000 for being your nephew." A fork clinked. The room paused. Even the oven seemed to hold its breath. I chuckled before I could stop myself. Bad reflex. "For what?" "Existing," he said, shrugging, spinning his phone. Some influencer in a hoodie stared out, neon captions flashing. "If they ain't investing in you, they ain't family." Fire emojis. Tyler believed that more than gravity or interest rates. From the stove, Jenna shouted. Without even turning, "He's not wrong." Mom stirred the gravy like she was punishing it. "Let's keep voices down." Tyler pushed his chair back. The scrape sounded like a warning. "I need $1,000 this week." I felt the quiet breaks I'd built for moments like this grab inside me. "What for?" He shrugged bigger. "Car life, gas, tires, stuff you wouldn't get." He said car, like it was a person I'd insulted. Jenna glanced over her shoulder, her smile thin as foil. "Maintenance, insurance. The economy is trash, you know. And you're the helper," Mom added softly. A hard idea, cloaked in a soft voice. I wasn't mad. I was tired. "Let's eat first," I said. "We'll talk later." Tyler nodded like a contract had just been signed. "Cool. I'll text my handle." The turkey was dry as paper. The cranberry tasted like fake summer. Jenna laughed too loud at a story about someone else's mistake. Mom kept touching my elbow whenever a bowl needed passing. Tyler watched a clip of a speedometer pinned at 90, rap music blaring, acting like nothing had consequences. Inside my head, a number flashed steady. $9 for 100. That was the loan I'd co-signed 2 years ago. For Jenna's car. I passed the rolls. I passed the gravy. I passed on setting myself on fire to keep the room warm. I said nothing. That was the first boundary. Silence where the yes used to be. Later, home smelled like lemon soap and the quiet hum of my fridge. I sat at my desk, opened my laptop, and clicked a folder named Jenna S. Screenshots, PDFs, email threads, the original agreement with my careful signature under hers. People in my family edit memory. I keep receipts. I drafted an email to the lender. Account hashtag, co-signer status, section 5 inquiry. I outlined dates, missed payments, voicemails. My tone was clipped and polite, corporate enough to get answers. The last line. Please confirm the process to remove a co-signer when the primary borrower repeatedly fails to meet terms. I didn't hit send. My phone buzzed. Tyler. Drop the 1K on Dollar Tyrant. No please. No face. Just entitlement with a cash tag. The cursor blinked. My jaw unlocked. At 12:01 a.m., I pressed send. I brushed my teeth, lined my boots by the door, and lay down in a bed that suddenly felt like mine. Morning would be loud. I was okay with that. I grew up where favors came with invisible price tags. Dad left when I was 10. He took the toolbox, a recliner, and the story that men disappear when bills arrive. He left debt. Mom learned to stretch dollars. Then she learned to stretch people. Jenna learned to charm the room and ask twice. I learned to fix things. Leaky sinks, frozen screens, grade panic at 11:52 p.m. with a printer that just wouldn't. At 19, I was in a call center, 6 monitors, a script, and coffee that tasted like burn apologies. Have you tried turning it off and on again? Became my prayer and my punchline. I ate lunch at 3:17 a.m., a bag of chips that owed me nothing. I studied for my A+ certification between hold music and angry customers. I liked fixing what I could touch. People were trickier. Jenna was chaos wrapped in charisma. She announced her pregnancy the night I passed my exam. Ordered sparkling water and said, "Don't tell Mom until I think of a cute way." Tyler arrived early. The baby shower came late. I bought the first car seat and told myself, this is what uncles do. When he cried at 2 a.m., I walked circles and whispered nonsense and promised a baby. He couldn't understand that I wouldn't be the kind of man who disappears. Promises are expensive. At 26, I got the hospital job. Not fancy, but stable is a luxury. My badge beeped open doors and never asked me for money. I bought a used Corolla with cash because interest makes my skin itch. I rented a small, clean one-bedroom and bought the good trash bags. I slept. That's when Jenna and Mom started looking at my life like a store aisle. We'll take that stability and that ride and those favors. The ask started small. Can you spot me $40 till Friday? Field trip fee is due at noon. Tyler needs cleats like today. Then the asks. Dressed as emergencies. They'll shut off the lights. They'll kick him from the team. They'll cancel his dental appointment. And then what? That phrased it a lot of work. I kept a file called Family Help. Not to hold against anyone, but to stay attached to reality. $20 here, $60 there, for $100 once for 2 weeks. That became, you're a blessing. Gratitude lasted a day. The bill lasted 30. 2 years ago, Jenna said Tyler needed a car for school and work. She had a part-time salon desk job and a credit score shaped like a frown. The salesman wore a tight suit and a tighter smile. The sedan had a balloon tied to the mirror and a tree air freshener in the cup holder like an apology in advance. Payments are manageable, the salesman purred. Interest? I asked. Introductory? He winked at me. No, Jenna. Down? I asked. Flexible, he said, which is sales for, we'll bend you over. He slid papers across fake wood. We just need a cosigner. Formality. In our family, formality meant future leverage. Mom squeezed my elbow. Just until she builds credit. Tyler stood outside the glass, taking a selfie with the car like it was already his. He turned the screen to me. A midnight blue dream. Comments stacked. W clean. Your uncle lit. He grinned, and for a second, I saw the baby I promised in the half-dark. That part of me signed. Loan, $9,400. Monthly, $289. Insurance, ugly. Math said no. Love said yes. I walked love to the pen. For a while, payments left on time. Then almost on time. Then a week late. Then, can you float? I floated. Jenna said tax time, like it was a fairy tale. Tax time arrived. A new tattoo appeared on her wrist. Breathe. And I held mine. The lender's tone shifted from friendly, to factual, to firm. Voicemails referred to responsible parties. That meant me. Tyler passed his test, got his own copy of the key for practice, and turned into a different person when he sat behind the wheel my name helped by. He did donuts in parking lots for views. He posted a clip of the speedometer like a scoreboard. He jumped a curb and called it content. He lost a fast food job for attitude. He said the manager was soft. He asked me what deferment meant because a YouTuber said it like magic. I explained. He heard free. In the group chat, holiday logistics looked like invoices, with my name next to everything heavy or pricey. When I said, someone else can bring ice, Jenna wrote 3 paragraphs about how not everyone is comfortable, and you chose not to have kids so you have capacity, and family means sacrifice. In our family, sacrifice meant 3 missed payments. 1 lender call where I paid to stop escalation. Last time I said, Jenna's promise sounded like, oops. Summer. Tyler's car got a spoiler, gifted by a friend who couldn't afford gifts. He filmed himself revving at a stoplight like being loud was a personality. He unfollowed me for hater vibes and followed 8 pages with men pointing at text bubbles about alpha money. Mom's role, silence in public, pressure in private. Your sister has a lot on her plate. You have a good heart. Don't be like your father. Don't leave us. I didn't leave. I funded the staying. So when Tyler said on Thanksgiving, you owe me $1,000 for being your nephew, and Jenna shouted, he's not wrong. Something finished cooking in me. Not rage. Math. I remembered the contract, the policy, the folder. I pictured my name like a carry-on on their belt. I wanted it back. That night, I drafted the email. I asked the boring, powerful question, the one you use when you're done being furniture. I slept like I'd finally clocked out of a shift I never got paid for. Morning would take attendance. At 7:18 a.m., the lender replied, in perfect corporate speak, as a co-signer, you are jointly responsible. However, under Section 5, we allow account separation when the primary borrower is in sustained non-payment. To proceed, please confirm revocation of guarantor authorization. There was a secure link, a checkbox, a door. I wrote 1 word. Proceed. The form was ugly and merciful. I revoke being treated as guarantor going forward. Check. I understand the borrower remains responsible. Check. I acknowledge repossession may occur per policy. Check. 1 more box. Initiate repossession now. I left it unchecked. I didn't need a trigger. Gravity works. I clicked submit. The spinner spun. Thank you. Coffee. Hands wrapped around the mug. Phone face down. Brief. 7:59 a.m. text from Jenna. Swing by mom's later. Tyler's money. He's serious. I didn't reply. 8:03 a.m. A knock. 3 hard knuckles. Official rhythm. Peephole. Navy jacket. Clipboard. Chrome flashing behind him. Tow truck idling at the curb. Hazards pulsing like a slow heartbeat. I opened the door. Jenna pushed in first. Bun crooked. Pajama pants crammed into boots. Mom followed, clutching a grocery bag like a shield. Tyler lagged. Hoodie up. Phone out. The documentarian of his own disaster. What did you do? Jenna demanded. 0 hello. The man nodded to the hall. We already recovered the vehicle at 6:49 a.m. from the listed address. This is the notice. He held out a paper. Jenna slapped it away. We were going to pay today. You were going to ask me for $1,000 today, I said. Different verbs. Mom's voice trembled. Sweetheart. The kind of sweetheart that asked you to let them keep the steering wheel. Sit, I said, pointing at the table. We're not sitting. Jenna snapped. You're fixing it. The man hovered. 1 minute, I said. He vanished, the door soft behind him. We faced each other in my small living room that suddenly felt like a courtroom without a judge. You called the loan, Jenna said. I removed myself, I said. The lender enforced the contract. This is betrayal, Mom whispered. This is correction, I said. Tyler crossed his arms, eyes flat. You owe me $1,000. I owe you honesty, I said. I'm not your bank. Jenna laughed, brittle. You Googled boundaries, huh? I looked at numbers, I said. 3 missed payments in spring, 2 in summer, 1 last month. Late fees, warnings, the time I covered to stop escalation. Screenshots, receipts, the whole file you pretend doesn't exist. You always think you're better, she said. No, I said. I think I've been worse to me than to you. And I'm done. Tyler lowered his phone a little. So what do I do now? Start paying 1 bill on time. Phone. Every month. Pull your credit report. Bus pass. Save. Work. Repeat. Bus pass. He sneered, but the sneer didn't reach his eyes. Mom tried the old magic word. Family. Family without boundaries is a subscription you forget to cancel, I said. Jenna stabbed a finger at my chest. You did this to us. You did this, I said gently. I just stopped hiding it. Silence swelled. The tow truck clicked outside. Someone. Upstairs flushed. What do you want? Jenna finally asked. I want to be invited to dinner as a person, not a plan, I said. I want you to call the lender yourselves. I want Tyler to stop learning manhood from men who point at captions. I want respect that doesn't expire when I say no. She picked up the notice like it might bite. You'll regret this. I regret teaching you you could spend me forever, I said. Tyler looked at me for a full second, like a kid and not a comment section. Will you show me that credit report thing? Yes, I said. When you want to learn, I'll teach. I won't fund. Jenna pulled the door open. We're done for today, I said. The door closed. The hallway swallowed their noise. My phone buzzed. The lender. Confirmation. Cosigner removal effective. I exhaled. A sound like putting down something heavy I'd forgotten I was carrying. Another knock. Gentle. The Navy jacket man, holding out his card. If they want the yard address, he said, it's on there. Thanks, I said. People get mad at the wrong person, he said. I know, I said. He nodded. We were both professionals at absorbing other people's outrage. He left. I put the confirmation in a new folder named Boundaries. I sat very still until my coffee went cold. Then I went to work and didn't answer the group chat. There's no parade when you set a boundary. There's static, then attacks, then quiet. You protect it like a candle. I badged into the hospital. Reset 2 passwords before 9 a.m. Rebooted a radiology workstation that decided images were optional. A nurse whispered, "Bless you," like I'd performed a sacrament. I ate a turkey sandwich, half-heartedly, because my stomach felt like it forgot how to relax. My phone, face down, buzzed itself silly. Mom, we need to talk. Mom, you're not answering your mother. Jenna, he refuses to talk to his own family. Cousin Liz, what happened? Jenna, he got Tyler's car taken in the cold. I opened the chat. I typed, I'm leaving this conversation. Call me if you want a real talk. Then I left. The quiet that followed felt like taking off wet clothes. At 5:03 p.m., an unknown number. Lender, confirming repossession and your removal as guarantor. The woman said, in a practiced tone I recognized. Remaining obligations fall to the primary borrower. Understood, I said. Thank you. She hesitated. You're welcome. I heard surprise. People rarely thank the person who wins the arrangement. On my doormat at home, a note in Jenna's slant, written on the back of a grocery list. You're dead to us until you fix this. J. Flip side. Eggs, celery, Cool Whip, foil. I stuck it to my fridge. An artifact. Saturday, I walked past Jenna's building, like a person testing a bruise. The parking spot was an oil stain in the air. Jenna sat on the stoop with a party cigarette. Tyler picked at a loose thread on his sleeve. She saw me. You proud? She snapped. No, I said. I'm done judging myself by how much I can be used. Tyler lost his job, she snapped. Tyler spoke to the sidewalk. They cut me for being late twice. And for calling your manager soft, I added. He half smiled, ashamed. Yeah, I'm sorry, I said, and I meant it. Not guilty. Sad. Consequences are heavy, even when they're honest. You could call the yard, Jenna said. Tell them it was a mistake. It wasn't, I said. It was math. You love money more than us. I love not being controlled by panic that repeats. You'll see. She said she didn't finish the sentence. There was nowhere to go. I went home and cleaned like ritual. Vacuum lines, fresh sheets, a junk drawer told the truth. I made a folder in Boundaries called Proof and dropped the lender letter, the picture of the note, a screenshot of my left chat. Not to weaponize. To remember. Sunday, Mom called twice. I picked up the third. You hurt your sister, she said, without hello. We don't do that. I stopped guaranteeing a loan I never should have signed, I said. You don't have to be cruel. I was quiet. I didn't blast anyone. I just took my name off a problem that eats me. You always think you're better. It meant, you're like your father. I think I stopped being worse to me than I am to you, I said. She sighed a new way. What about Christmas? I might stay home. Silence. Then we'll miss you. No weapon in it. I didn't trust it yet. I appreciated it anyway. That night, 10:07 p.m. A text from Tyler. They want $600 just to release it. Mom made a GoFundMe. I told her not to put my face. Can I ask a question? Always, I wrote. How do I fix my credit for real? We met at a diner with sticky menus. He looked different without the car, smaller, more present. He watched the door like Jenna might blow in. She didn't. Mom would kill me if she knew, he said. We can tell her, I said. I don't do secret relatives. Not today, he said. Just tell me the truth. So I did. Credit utilization, pay history, free reports, why minimums are traps, how same as cash isn't, why autopay beats vibes. He took notes. He asked if he should get a builder card he saw online. Later, I said, after 6 green checks on the phone bill. He asked what APR stands for and didn't joke when I told him. He asked if I hated him. I hate what I taught you, I said. He paid the check with a 20 in quarters and did the math out loud. The tip was weird. I said, thanks for lunch. It sat right. He stood a little taller. Jenna found out. Of course. Group chat lit like a flare. Jenna, you met my son behind my back? Asterisk me. He asked for help with credit. I answered. Asterisk Jenna. This is hurtful. Asterisk me. Boundaries aren't hurt. They're locks. Asterisk Jenna. Christmas is canceled unless you fix this. Me. Christmas doesn't have a gatekeeper. Jenna. Blocked. I left the chat again. Peace isn't a setting, it's a habit. Work got quieter in my head. I wasn't reading 6 essays an hour about how I ruined lives. I slept and didn't wake at 3 a.m. to check if the crisis needed me. It didn't. Not mine anymore. An envelope. Confirmation of cosigner removal. Plain type. No confetti. Boundaries/proof. Done. Mom tried the pity strategy. Your sister isn't sleeping. We're walking on eggshells. Your aunt says you're different. I am, I said. That's the point. 2 days later, Tyler sent a photo of a bus pass, then a screenshot of a $75 deposit from Pizza Hub. Got yelled at. Didn't mouth off. Kept the shift. I texted back, that's an adult W. He replied with a single FR. Late Thursday, there was a gentle knock. I opened the door. Jenna stood alone. No grocery bag prop, no camera. Just red eyes and a coat zipper stuck halfway. Mom's mad at me, she said. She said I should have made you fix it sooner. What do you need? I asked. Not money, she said. And the air changed. Just, how do I even start? Every time I try to budget, I panic and buy pizza. Come in, I said. We sat at my table. I made tea because hot mugs help when your hands don't know where to go. She didn't sneer at the herbal. Progress. We made a list. Call the lender about hardship options. Sell the TV. Cancel 3 subscriptions. Text her boss. I'm available for extra shifts. Not sorry. Ask the neighbor to split internet. Write down actual numbers instead of vibes. Tell Tyler the totals. Choose a bus route. Pack a lunch twice a week. Small, boring moves that don't upload well. She wrote it down in big loops. Tyler thinks I hate him, she said. He can be mad and still do the right thing, I said. Both can exist. I hate that you're right. Me, too, I said, and we both smiled at the same time for the first time in weeks. She didn't apologize. I didn't demand it. We were busy with something better, a plan. At the door, she paused. Do you hate me? No, I said. I love you. That's why I stopped. She nodded like she'd heard the language before, but never in our house. She left. 2 mornings later, Tyler called from a bus. 32 minutes if I catch the 14. An hour 16 if I miss it. You'll get good at the timing, I said. He laughed. I already am. That afternoon, he texted a green check. Phone bill paid. Then 2 in a row. Progress stacks. It's not pretty. It's real. Mom's call slowed. When she called, she opened with weather, not war. It might snow, she said. Be careful driving. I will. We both heard the new shape. I bought a set of pans that didn't wobble. I cooked eggs that slid. I cleaned up only my mess. The quiet was full, not empty. I put the bus pass photo next to the lender letter and boundaries. New family album. December went gray in that soft city way. The group chat kept assigning pies to people. Nobody assigned me anything. I tapped leave conversation, and it didn't feel like exile. It felt like a shift change. 2 days before Christmas, a card arrived with Jenna's handwriting. Inside, Tyler in a Pizza Hub cap, smiling like he hates that he's proud. On the back, don't post this. He'll actually die. We're on a plan. It's hard. It's ours. I put it on a shelf where I used to store obligations. Christmas Eve, Mom called. Her voice stepped carefully. Are you coming tomorrow? I'm thinking of staying home, I said. Do something small. Quiet. Pause. We'll miss you, she said. No barbs in it. But I understand. Thank you, I said. And something unclenched. At 11:47 p.m., a text from a new number. It's Tyler. Merry Christmas. Phone bill paid again on time. 3 in a row. Only $45, but feels good. Can we do that credit report thing in January? I wrote, yes. Proud of you. It adds up. He sent a thumbs up, then don't tell mom. Another bubble. Or do it. Growing up is messy. That's fine. I rinsed a single plate. I stood at the window. No tow truck. No audience. Just quiet like a blanket. I pay for now. People think the win is the tow truck lights. That's the movie. The real win is the morning after, when the only knock on your door is your own choices. The real win is getting your name back from papers you signed to be loved. If you need a moral, here's mine. I don't owe anyone $1,000 for being related to me. I owe myself a life where love isn't a payment plan, apologies aren't invoices, and help comes with a handle I can put down. I'm paying that bill on time every month with boundaries and boring habits. And for the first time in a long time, when I sign my name, it belongs only to me. What about you? Have you ever had to draw a hard line with family, even when it felt like tearing yourself apart? Or maybe you've been on the other side. Tell me your stories in the comments below. I really want to know.